Hi Taurus, this is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your December 2020 reading. Let's go. To start off with, I'm using John Holland's deck called the Psychic Tarot. I'm also using a healing card for you, and that's by Carolyn Mize and Peter O. That's his name for today because I cannot pronounce his last name. All right, Taurus, so thank you for joining me. I appreciate you even tuning in. And here we go. Messages for Taurus for December, please. Anything that's going to be helpful, that's going to inspire hope, growth, love, wealth, excitement, anything that they need for my friends. Anything at all that's going to help for December. Yes. Very nice. So we're starting off with a material harvest. Material harvest. I think that you have worked really hard, diligent, you've been focused, and you may not have like a lot. I don't feel like, ooh, you know, money's just pouring in or raining. I know you'd love to hear that. I love to tell you that. But I think that you're super grounded, and you are Taurus, right? You know what, honestly, I just love you guys. I want to say that. But I feel like you are not just like salt of the earth, but so grounded. I'm a fire sign and I need that groundedness. But anyways, I think that you're just really appreciating and you're allowing abundance to come to you. You are, yes, working hard for it, but you realize in some ways that money is another form of energy. That abundance is energy. That abundance is also a mindset. Look at how he has almost like a halo. Like the sun is just configuring like a halo behind his mind, his head. Now, some of you excuse me, can possibly work for the court at a courthouse. You could be delivering mail, you could be a lawyer, I don't really care, whatever the case may be. But court can factor into your reading, dear Taurus, in some way, shape, or form, or a sense of legality, all right? A sense of fairness. Maybe you yourself are fair and just. We all have to make decisions every day. Now, I love how he's sitting with the palms up. For me, that's receptive mode. When I begin your readings, I sit here and I actually ask. I'm like, please help me to get the best messages for Taurus. Help me to understand. Help me to be enlightened, to be able to give them what they need. And I feel like in a lot of ways, you are here with your material harvest saying, you know what, I'm open to receive. And that attitude right there is people like, here, Taurus, here, let me give you this. Oh, and let me give you this. And I have an apple and I've got a pear and I would love to just give you this. So I know that we're living in like crazy times right now. And it doesn't have to be that people are like physically giving you these things. You could be getting gift certificates. You could be like energetically. People are just wanting to give to you. Your family members want to give to you, but you're very open-handed. You're like, you know what, take what you need. I have abundance. And if you don't have like that sense of stability right now, I feel like you will. You will in the month of December. Today I'm shooting this video. It's actually Thanksgiving. It's November still, so I'm shooting your videos so I can have this out in time for you. But I want you to focus also on this indigo right here. I affiliate that in this deck. I affiliate that with your crown chakra. I think that you're very spiritual. You have a way about growing your own personal wealth. That's important to know in this card. And I want to say, you know what, thank you for being that example. I'm not saying you have everything together. Who does? But I am saying that in a lot of ways, you are a model to be looked after and saying, wow, I can emulate that. So that's cool. Taurus, a little bit about the waiting game. So I do see here, obviously, it's the waiting game. We need to, you know what, go with the side. You know, I feel like a little bit, not a rat race, but sun up, sun down. Let's see what the new day brings. And you're allowing for the sake of this reading, your reading, I feel like this is setting down roots, laying down roots. You're like, you know what, one day I'm kind of planting this, and then the next day I'm going to go ahead and water it, and then the next, it's very methodical, very kind of like I'm going about my business. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm not saying that you're not stressed with what's going on right now, but I think that it's really helping you focusing on your own routine, your own rituals, if you go work out, if you, go for a run, if you do cycling, anything like that, keep to your routines. That's going to really continue to lay down roots that not only you appreciate, but your family appreciates. And other of us onlookers just really love to see that as well. So you laying down even more roots, becoming even more solid, and seeing even more growth. And you're like, you know what? I got this one day at a time, and I'm just going to continue doing my thing. Now, he's not like running a marathon or anything like that, Taurus, but I get that feeling like, very strategic and very patient. I love that because I have no patience and I drive myself crazy. So I love that. But the waiting game, I don't think that you're overly anxious yet in December. And this is good. So again, that's something that we can emulate. I feel like there is an air of spirituality about you that I'm liking and vibing with you. Okay, Taurus? So that's exciting for me to see. So the next thing I have is your solar plexus. This has been coming out for quite a few readings right now. Now, the solar plexus is your third chakra. If you're familiar with the chakras, it's your major energy centers in your body. They start at the root and continue going up, the 7 major noted ones anyways that we're addressing today. And this has to do with your personal power, how you shine your light into the world, what you bring to the table, in so many ways of just being you, embracing you. It gives you joy. I feel like the more you that you are, the more we feel enriched by that, the more at peace we feel. I feel your peace right now, and it's just really cool. I love that. So Taurus, I don't know, that's just neat. But let me take a moment to say, if you could please, Taurus, like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that little bell notification. That would really help my channel, my little baby channel, to grow. I'd appreciate that. Moving on. So Taurus, I have spiritual strength. See, I feel like there is an earthiness about you and a connection to spirit. I feel like you are able to just know how energy flows. And that saying, what does that saying goes? Energy flows where attention goes, right? And so you're in the receiving, but also the giving. You know that your strength doesn't come necessarily from your muscles. Some of you might be bodybuilders, muscular, lifting big weights, but some of you might have like a lot going on, and people might be thinking, how do they do this? How does Taurus do this? How do they have it all together from our perception, right? How do they do it all together? I would have been crushed by that astronomical weight, but here's Taurus like living their life and proceeding and like pretty peaceful. I still keep getting that peace. And anyone that knows me, I'm full of frenetic energy. I'm not proud of it. I'm just sharing with you. But I literally feel super peaceful. So I'm really happy for you. I think that you know that you have like a higher power, whatever that means to you, whether it's your higher self or whether you believe in Buddha or Krishna or God or whomever, the angels. But I think that your spiritual strength really carries a lot of the burden, so that you don't feel like you have to lift everything, right? And I love that. So we have material and spiritual prosperity. How's that for balance, you guys? How is that for balance? Like, I want to be Taurus right now. So, dear Taurus, material and spiritual prosperity in December. Look at you just enjoying veranda. Veranda? Is that how you say it? I get all excited because I think of it in Spanish, but I don't know the word in English. So this is not you necessarily going and having like expensive trips and doing this and that and being all fancy and Instagrammy, right? This is about you just enjoying your hard work. I even feel like, look, the hands are like red, kind of like I've gotten my hands dirty. I've gotten, I do what I got to do. And then I come home and I can kind of survey the land, whether you have a little apartment, you can go out to your balcony, whether you can look out of a window, your personal space, whether you just rent a room, it doesn't make a difference. If you have like a little plant there, I feel like whatever you have the point is appreciating what you have, enjoying what you have, and not just constantly having our brain elsewhere, right? That's going to put you into living in the moment, and that's going to be really balanced and healthy for you. So good for you, Taurus. I love that. I do see growth. I do see that you are looking, you're not unaware. I mean, you're looking at, all right, let's see current world events and what's going on now. And I feel like this is like the moon even in that case, or it could be the sun, but part of it is cropped off. And so I think that this card is saying to us, it's like, I don't have all the information. I don't know. You know, but in the meantime, I can control and do what I can do and be calm and peaceful about it and not feed into the feeding frenzy, the fear frenzy of what's going on right now. And I'm going to wait and see the best of my ability. Okay. So more information to come. I think that in December, you're going to feel like things are kind of pregnant with I have most of the information I need. And then maybe in January, it's going to kind of fully pop and you'll get a bigger picture about what this world brings for you in January, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think I worded that really weird. I hope you understood it. But here is the next card, Taurus. Like, I so want to be Taurus right now. Look, power. Power! So, I love this card. It is a number 8. In the traditional tarot, I believe it is a strength card. You have the lion, and then you have the man here, and he's just wise, right? And I love how this card, I mean, the lion's not looking away. He's just like, he'll stare you down. And this is about harnessing your personal power. This is about really getting a grip on your animalistic nature, your feral nature, where it's even weird describing it that way because I have a hard time finding a Taurus to be that description, like feral or like a crazy side. Not that you guys cannot, but I think that you self-control yourself so well that you don't react on your lower basic instincts, right? That you have the rest of us fooled like, well, I got all this figured out. I don't have to, but there is a mastery that comes with this. There's a lot of power that comes with mastering like your instinct. Like if you want to kind of like lash out, you want to go after stuff or even be cardinal, whatever the case may be, you have mastered this. And not only that, I think that you have a really good reputation. You have, once again, a lot of power. Power keeps coming up. Power and that stability. I think you have a really grounding effect on the rest of us, like fire signs or any other sign, that we are really attracted to you guys. When we say we're like, Taurus, what's up? How are you doing? With all of that like personal power going on and that peace and that groundedness. So once again, it doesn't mean that you have everything together. It just means that you are able to transmute that energy in a manner that's very healthy and flowing, and it doesn't get caught up in cycle like some of us, right? So, Taurus, I hope that made sense to you. The next thing that I have right here is destiny. So, I always notice in the background here, it's like the fleur de life, like this side of my ring here. I don't know if you can see that pattern. I think that's really, really cool. You can look that up. I'm not going to get into that too much. But there is a little bit of like spirituality here going on. It's a 10 boils down to 1. It's like a new beginning. I feel like Taurus, you're going to have a new beginning here. And I think that you might be a little bit, what is the word I want to use? A little bit apprehensive. Okay, just a little bit apprehensive. If you look at her expression, she's a little bit like holding her heart chakra. It's like, me? You want me to do this? Or you want me to go there? Or, this is for me. And you're not saying no, but you're a little bit like surprised and a little self-protective, and that's okay. I think that you are going to be fine with new beginnings. I think it could be connecting even with spirit in a different way than you ever have before, okay? So that's what I'm getting for some of you. For others of you, I think that you are going to start even appreciating yourself even more, because what I see right here is almost like the bottom part here looks like a lotus flower, and from what I understand, it is it's one of those that like the flowers that you see in a pond, for example, and it grows from mud. And from what I understand, not that I know a ton of this, is that the lotus is growing from the mud. So No Mud, No Lotus. That is a book, by the way. If you haven't read it, read it. It is a good book. No Mud, No Lotus. So I think that you are even looking surprised, like, wow, like this is important. Like the stuff that I went through is important. And it's gleaned me a flower. Like I am growing and blooming from that. Who? Little old me? Little old Taurus? Yeah, we're looking. I see you, Taurus. Okay? I see you. And it's beautiful. So take it. Just take it. I think that's awesome. Taurus, the next thing that I have here is authority. So you might be a boss. You might be dealing with a boss. I associate this with the Emperor card, okay, in the traditional tarot. It is a number 4. Be careful with digging your heels in a little bit. Be true, this is my way or the highway. Taurus, I feel like this is somebody around you, more so than you, but I do feel like you do embody some of these characteristics. So be sure to allow some flexibility in your life, in your routine, in your thinking, because as grounded as you are, it can throw everyone else off if you're like, no, this is how it has to be done. And look at how he's crossing his arms. It's like, I'm being stubborn. You're not going to tell me how to do this. This is how I do things. This is how I've always done things. And that's just how it goes. Like it or like it. Like it or like it. Get my point? So that's what I get with that. Just be sure that you're not being too much of a hard ass, that you are allowing for other energies to come towards you. And a little bit of change and fluctuation is okay, even though we just really lift you up and admire you anyways. Crown chakra is being highlighted. Once again, I feel like you're getting messages from spirit, however you see that. I feel like you're even turning a little bit more spiritual, like you've been really grounded, and now I feel like you're going to be blooming and connecting with spirit, getting your own messages, which is going to be really beautiful. I think that you could be getting some spiritual downloads. I think also that might be a little bit like, no, I don't need that. Like I've always had my life this way, and I don't need any weirdness coming into my life. Well, guess what? You got some change coming, right? A little bit of change, but it's good change. It's an ability to connect with spirit in a healthy way, in a way that even as grounded as you are, it's going to enrich your life by opening you up and allowing better things to flow within you and within your life, okay? I think you have a lot to offer, all of us. I love Taurus. Can I say that again? I love Taurus. Taurus, I love you. But the thing with that is that there's always room for growth, and that's going to be exciting. Like, what more can you get? What more can you be? So that's December for you. Let's finish it off with a healing card. Check this out. Oh, you got 2. What? How are you so special? I'm pulling one card for everybody, but no, Taurus has to do with things their way, right? So here we go. The first card is the world. Check this out. I love this card. It's like the sun. But the world lives and breathes, and we can draw its spirit in us. Think rolling waves, warm sun, wet grass, fresh earth, crowded elevator. Not now. Busy streets, birds singing. Get into all the sensations of life today. You don't need a lengthy meditation to connect to nature. Just draw it in. So that was this one. Your second message is recovery. Oh, wow. Okay. Recovery isn't a goal, but a process. So if you've been feeling kind of crushed in spirit, sort of like, gosh, I'm the steady for everyone around me. I'm the stable for all those crazy people around that have frenetic energy. Don't feel like you have to be everything for everyone. You know, it's okay for you to have recovery. Recovery isn't a goal, but a process. So it might take you a little bit, and I feel like that might have to do with that lotus flower, and you blooming, like things coming out from the past that you have long, like, not even dealt with. You're like, oh, it's not a big deal. And now all of a sudden it's going to help you to look in a way that, yeah, maybe I need a little bit of healing there, maybe a little bit of self-love there, a little forgiving there, whatever the case may be. And it causes you to open up and bloom even brighter and more beautiful than what you are. Then this message just says, you never stop repairing and renewing yourself. You must absorb the light and shadow of each day you live. Don't keep your spirit stuck in yesterday as a new day begins. prayer. It's process. What? That again just ties into your spirituality. So I love this reading for you, Taurus. Once again, if we're vibing, if we're tribing here, please do like that bell. Hit subscribe to help my little channel. Like, share, comment. If you want any more of this stuff, please let me know in the comments below so I know even what you're interested in, because I have no idea. I'm just kind of stabbing in the dark. And one last thing is I'm going to go ahead and take a picture and leave this at the end of the video. You can screenshot it if you want to look at the cards yourself. All right, dear Taurus. So with that, I will leave you. Thank you so much.